Hello, everyone, and welcome to this new edition of GM Web3 dedicated to the ecosystem Multiverse X. I am very happy to be here once again, like every Wednesday at 8 a.m. UTC. We are live on X, on Twitch, and on YouTube. So today I will have two guests. First, I will receive Quentin. Quentin is the CTO and the co-founder of Autoscale, a yield optimizer on Multiverse X, and we'll deep dive in his background, what happened with the Multiverse X, with the Autoscale, of course, and we'll speak about his vision of the ecosystem and of the Web3 in general. And after, at like 11 CT, so in 1 hour, 1 hour and 10 minutes, we'll receive Arno, my dear Arno, who will come and tell us everything about the new USH redemption mechanism, a very new feature, a very new mechanism to make it more flexible for you. If you mint and if you use USH, you'll see it's very interesting. But first of all, I would like to thank the partner of this show. So first of all, let's thank Hatim. So Hatim is clearly the leading lending, borrowing, liquid staking, and native stablecoin on Multiverse X. So definitely it is the project that a few years ago brought DeFi on Multiverse X. So as you can see at the screen on their dApp, you can go and you can lend, you can borrow, you can also liquid stake your EGLD and also your wrapped P-Tensor, so you can stay liquid by staking your asset. You can also mint some USH, so the first native stable coin on Multiverse X. And if you hold their native token, the HTM token, you can generate some juicy yield, and so it can be very interesting for you. So of course, do your research about the different DeFi mechanisms, because there is risk, of course. But Hatim has a Telegram channel, X channel, and so you can learn everything with their ambassadors, with the team, so you can optimize your ESDT and EGLD management. Thank you very much, HT, Atom, and the whole team for the support. And we'll speak about Hatom later on this show, and especially about the new redemption mechanism of the USH with Arno, the BizDev developer. And I would like also to thank the second sponsor of this show. It's EAPES. So EAPES is just definitely one of the most dedicated, oldest, and biggest NFT communities to come out on Multiverse X. So here we are on their website, so you can see the art. So they arrived on Multiverse X. I was there early 2021, I think. And since they've been building a very good community, the art is great. They also launched a collection on Solana to explore a new ecosystem, a new blockchain, as you can see here. And you'll be able to redeem your 3D NFT very soon, like this one, you see. And you have some farming activities linked to their token, the EAPES, and you can also cultivate some banana. And soon they will release their island. So it's like a metaverse in the island storytelling, on which you can own, play, earn. So it can be very cool. So shout out to EAPES for their support. And you can find all the links in the description of the video, so you can discover this really, really cute and benevolent community and the art. So if you like it, of course, you can find on every NFT marketplaces like Magic Eden on Solana and XNoXNO and OOX on Multiverse X. So before we receive my first guest, Quentin, don't forget to like the video, to subscribe, to leave a comment, of course. It really helps us with the SEO, and Multiverse X needs SEO. So if you don't do it for me, do it for Multiverse X. And of course, we're live. So in the chat, on Twitch, on YouTube, on X, you can of course ask your questions, say what you want, share your opinion, unfiltered and uncompromised. This is what we do on GM Web3. So let's start with my first guest, Quentin.
Hey, how are you?
You,
Oh, sorry.
how are
Do you
you?
hear me? Yeah, fine. And you? Super fine.
Yes, I'm very good. I'm very happy to have you. So we live at the
Hey.
same place today.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. It's like we are just close in the same room.
So, Quentin, thank you for joining. Today, we'll spend an hour together. I wanted to invite you. Already came on the show a few months ago, but I wanted to have you back. Yeah, to chill, to talk, discuss different topics. So, thank you for accepting my invitation.
Thanks for the invitation.
First of all, oh, you know what? I just lost all of my questions. So.
Perfect.
No, it's okay. They are here. Okay, so first of all, I would like to show you something, and I would like you to tell me who is this guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Um. So
Whoa.
who's this guy?
Where did you see this? It's me when I had some hair. It's been a
Yes.
while. It was in 2020.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I found this picture on LinkedIn. So
Oh,
did not hack anything. So it's live for
yeah.
everyone who wants to see you there. No, this picture is not just fun. It says a lot about you. Because we can see you in front of a computer.
Yep.
Because your name on LinkedIn is Die Bold.
Yes.
So
It's not pronounced like that. But
so my first question, what was the maybe not the dream, but what was the ambition of this guy I just show in the picture? What did you want to do at this time?
build something that helps people at this time, just this. And having my home business, I didn't know which one at this time, neither in which industry. I just wanted to build something that solves the problems of other people.
And what was your problem at this moment?
Honestly, at this time, more drinking and partying than anything else. And that's why I started to build a drinking game. So
Really?
yeah, 2 years before this picture.
Tell me, what was it?
Just a classic drinking game, and that was when I started to code. It was in 2017, and I never touched a single line of code. I never did any informatics things. My degree is not about informatics, and I was like, I was played on a drinking game called Piccolo, and I was like, oh, this game, I don't like it. I want to build my own one. I had an Android phone at this moment, and I just say, okay, let's learn what I need to build this drinking game, and That's when I started to code. And finally, after building the drinking game, I was like, oh no, I don't care about drinking games. No, I want just to code everything.
Okay,
That's
so
how
it
I
was
started.
the first time you coded anything, it was about drinking.
Yes. Yeah. And that's how I discovered software engineering.
Okay, and so what was the first serious thing that you coded
Just
after?
after this, I built an application for my university with more quiz, like lessons, everything, the news from the university. And yeah, I built this. This was the first one. And in the picture you saw, I was building some iOS applications for the company I was in, related to human resources.
Okay, and at this time, did you know cryptocurrencies,
Not
Bitcoin,
at
or
all.
anything?
Not at all. Not at all. I only like 1 to 2 years after this picture, I discovered like crypto. I was aware of Bitcoin, but never never went deep into it. It's only when I discovered that I can code into the blockchain and it's decentralized, I was, oh, okay, this is crazy. Like we can put the code somewhere, everyone can use it. It's totally open. I want to work in this industry.
Okay, many at this age, with such background, with this skills, many teenagers or young adult or wants to reach financial freedom. You know, they
Yeah.
want to be an entrepreneur. They want to
Mhm.
earn money and so on. And so regularly they turn to drop shipping or
Yeah.
or something. Um, why did you decide to be a developer and not like an let's say a businessman? Was it something that you thought about, or it was just natural for you to code?
As I said, I wanted just to solve the problems of people. So dropshipping is not about solving people. It's just about making
Yes,
money.
you ship
You,
things people needs.
no, they don't need. They don't need what you ship when you do dropshipping. Uh, it could be interesting to do this business, but that's not something I want to do. Just I don't have this satisfaction. I really want to have this feeling that the money I earned was thanks to the value I provided to someone.
And where
And
do this like ethic come? Your parent, your education, your relatives? So
I guess,
okay,
I have no clear explanation, but likely yes, my education.
okay. So when we see that your drinking game solves some problems,
Yeah, a lot. But they create another one, so be careful.
yes, I have to moderate this thing. So please don't drink too much. Alcohol
Yeah,
can kill people and so on.
I was young at this time.
Um, so when we look at your resume, your different experiences, how and when did you discover Multiverse X, and why did you choose this blockchain to build on? Because there were already many at this time.
Yeah, sure. It was in 2022. It was just around the top of EGLD. And why? Just because the user experience, crazy. It was crazy. It
2022.
was
Are you sure it was the top 2022?
22.
I think in my memory it was 2021, but
No,
let's.
no, 20, not, yes, 2021. It was like not that much after Maya Dex
Yeah,
was
top of
launched.
TLD was the end of 2021.
Oh yes, okay, it was in 2021. Yeah,
At the time, like GLD was on the fall,
yeah, it started
and
slowly.
And it's still.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately,
So,
uh,
how did you discover? So it was through Maya, the wallet.
yeah, and Maya, the wallet, the Dex at this time was already launched.
Elrond,
The Explorer also. I checked everything, and I just thought that the user experience was so great at this
mm,
time. Like I tried at this time the BSC chain was super popular, but the user experience it was no, it sucked. And what Helwand proposed was so crazy. So I cannot explain if no, because now the user experience is good everywhere. But at the time, it wasn't the case.
mm, true. I think most of us arrived on Elrond for this. Um, Me,
Mm.
it was of course for investment at the beginning, but also because I just tried Maya.
Mm.
It was so cool, and you know what? You were at this time you were proud to refer people around you. Like, look at
Yeah,
wallet. It's just so fun. It's just so easy. You can buy, you can sell, you can
you
stake.
have your username. You can just send funds in one
You can
click.
earn some badges
So cool.
if you accumulate. You remember
Yeah,
the different badges you got when you
yeah.
accumulated the GLD. So there was the beginning of the gamification, and it was completely innovative in this regard.
Mm.
And after when you started to discover the different tools, indeed, it was so smooth. The UX
Yeah.
was great.
It was like Apple for crypto.
Definitely. It was interesting. And also, when you listened to the founders, their speech, if you listen to the problem that they discovered, they wanted to
Mm.
address scalability, the sharding, and so on, everything made sense at this
Yeah,
time.
sure.
So it was natural. And the French community was big on
Mm.
Arrow at this time. Let's mention that you're French.
Yep.
To the audience, maybe people don't know because you speak English so well.
Oh,
Uh,
thank you.
so okay, I got it. And so you can, but when did you discover cryptocurrency in general? Was it before or was it exactly through around NEGL?
No, it was before. I just started to code with Solidity the same year.
Okay, so you
But I
were
wasn't really invested into crypto. I was just discovering things. Never bought crypto before. Just had some fun looking at the documentation and more the technical things than I I was not, and I'm still not an investor. So it was more for the technical stuff and the possibilities it opens.
okay. And also, when it was the first time you decide to build anything on Multiverse X? What was the first project you decided to invest in your time,
Oh,
your skills, and so on?
you know, as everyone, when you have no idea to build something on crypto, you say, "Oh, I want to build a casino," because
Okay.
it's a not. It wasn't meant to go in production. It was just meant for me to learn how to build something in crypto. So I wanted to learn Solidity. I learned, but for Multiverse X, it was Rust. That's when I discovered Rust. So I can say thank you to Multiverse X to make me discover this wonderful language. Um, and after, since I had no idea of what to build, when I want to build something to go to production, I really want to be sure of my idea. I want to be convicted. So I just helped other developers using my free time when they had some issues, when they had some questions. I just helped them on their project, and they could be anything related to tech. And afterwards, it when Robin, the former CEO of Autoscale, sent me a message and say, "Oh, I'm building a yield optimizer," and I was like, that's what I want to build.
Okay, so you launched, you started to work on Autoscale in March 2022.
Yeah.
And so the idea came from Robin, the
Yep.
founder, the initial founder and
Exactly.
CEO. At this time, if I remember well, there were no decentralized finance, or it was just the beginning with
On
the
Multiverse X, almost nothing. Only liquidity providing.
yeah. Okay, so and after Hatim brought everything.
Yeah, but way after,
Yeah,
like
where
more than 1 year. Yeah. It
it
was
was in
a lot of time after.
2023. So you decided to start to build a yield optimizer.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the ecosystem, there were no DeFi or just
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
swap
Yeah.
liquidity providing with the X exchange.
Yeah, and we took the bets to educate also the community of Elrond, because the community of Elrond was had like no knowledge in DeFi. It was mostly in NFTs.
Okay, sounds good. At this time, we had some DeFi, but it was NFT DeFi, maybe with a protocol on which you can lend your NFT to get some liquidity. I don't remember the name. It's the new guy of X Exchange, but maybe he left.
Yeah. What's the name?
I don't
Um,
remember, but it's
I don't remember the name.
anyway. It was the beginning of lending, borrowing, but it was through
Through
NFT.
NFTs, yes.
Okay, sounds good. Just give me a minute.
Sure.
Uh, Sorry, yeah, because Arno is just writing me. He had some personal issues, so it maybe won't be able to come for the tutorial around the new USH mechanism. So we are trying to find another person to come and explain. And if it's not possible, we will just reschedule for next week. So no problem. Sorry, Quentin.
No problem.
So okay, it was risky to launch such a big protocol with
Yeah.
all these audits, all this math, all this development. Yeah, it was a big project, and at
Yeah.
this time when there were no DeFi, it was risky. So
Yeah, and no documentations to do this. It was like on Multiverse X on Elrond at this time. There was like you had almost nothing. You just have an example of an application that don't even communicate with other protocols, and you just had to figure out everything. It was like super hard to build at this time on Elrond.
What you say there is very interesting, because sometimes we ask why on Elrond and Multiverse X now we don't have many builders, or just builders who come and build simple things that exist somewhere else. There is not much innovation, and it was more at this time. But the lack of documentation comes often in the
Yeah.
reasons. So I'm not a developer, so this is not something I can speak about. I'm trying to talk about things I master.
Sure.
But the documentation is very important for developers. And if you don't have it, and it's not clear, and it's not available, so you depend directly to the core team. So you speak in the Telegram channel. And I was speaking with a builder yesterday. I will not name it. And I was asking, so are you in touch with the foundation? Are they helping? And so on. And he says, yeah, we have a Telegram channel for some technical questions. So in the perfect world, normally you should not have to be in touch with the founders of the infrastructure. Normally, you should rely on the documentation or on the other members of the community, because it's a whole ecosystem working all together. So if you need to speak with the foundation, it creates, in my opinion, a toxic link with the leadership. Because imagine if you have any problem with the leadership, the management, the strategy, the angle of the blockchain, if you mention it publicly, you could have a problem in this relationship with the leadership, and you need them to build the project.
Sure.
So the decentralization is not complete in this regard. So and I know you're not someone who wants to complain about anything, so we'll not deep dive in this topic. But the link between developers, builders, and the foundation, because of the lack of documentation and so on, is, in my opinion, something that could be toxic. So what do you think about this?
It is, but we have to mitigate this. When an ecosystem is super young, it's normal to not have a lot of documentation. You know, if you build a tool, you cannot imagine all the questions the developers will have. So obviously, the developers that use your tools, your ecosystem, your infrastructure, your blockchain, your services, they will ask you a question. Your goal is that you take all the questions, you answer to them, of course, and afterwards you immediately create a documentation so no one asks the question 2 times. So it's normal at first. The issue with Herond at this time is that they took so much time to start responding to people. Now it's cool. When you ask a question on the Telegram group, you have an answer. The first year, you asked on Telegram group and you pray to have an answer. You ask a question on GitHub, you pray to have an answer. Hopefully, it's better now. But I do think that even an ecosystem without any documentation may find developer. You know, if your ecosystem is super appealing financially speaking, only financially speaking, in the way that if you build something, you have almost a guarantee to make some profits. In this case, you don't care about the documentation. You will figure out yourself the things, because when there is money, you will find the time and you will do the efforts needed. So
okay, I got the point. What is interesting is that you say it's better now. So it's a good point. And I have the same feedback from many builders and developers, and especially with a guy on Multiverse X, which is very proactive, very reactive.
Joachim.
No, Joachim is, you mean Gopa?
Yeah.
No. I'm talking about someone from the core team.
From the core team. Okay.
And it's I don't remember. Maybe it's Mihai. Simply.
Mihai. Yeah. Mihai. Hopefully, this guy is in the team. Mihai, if you hear what I'm saying, thank you to exist. Thank you. Really, this guy changed the way. There was a before Mihai and after. We saw the difference in terms of communication with the developers, the documentation, everything. This guy literally changed the way developers communicate. Yes, this guy. Yeah.
I agree with you. Well, as I told you, I'm not a developer, so I don't have a personal experience, of course, in this topic. But what I can say about this guy is the way he writes, he speaks on X, for example, and it's so humble, it's factual, it's completely clear. So I understand that he in the backstage when he speaks with builders, and this is the feedback I receive also. He's a really great guy. Yes. So shout out to Mihai for this. Yeah, it's interesting and important. I know for builders and developers and so on to have this support when they just try to build things for the ecosystem. And what you say just after was interesting. You say, you know what, when we build on Multiverse X, we are not sure to make profit. Let's be clear. I think you're pretty much sure that we not make any profit on Multiverse X when you
Yes.
build something. I mean, in 2025, in today, maybe you will. Maybe we can speculate about. But let's be clear. Most of the builders on Multiverse today, they're not earning money. Not enough to live, not enough to buy Lamborghini and so on.
Sure,
Okay?
sure.
Except maybe
But
found.
it's it highlights another issues. It is that most of the project technically doesn't need the blockchain to make money. So technically, they don't have to choose just financially speaking the blockchain just because of the tech. And the issue with the Web3 industry, the whole Web3 industry, is that the projects are marketed as Web3 projects when they should not, when they just should be like traditional projects. And one project that is not really directly marketed as this on Multiverse X, I really love this project. It's the opposite of what I'm saying, is shelters, real world assets on the real estate. I really like this because they don't need directly the blockchain to make money. They make the money thanks to the rents in the real estate world and industry. They use the blockchain to facilitate the things. And this is how most of the projects should work, excepted some projects such as DeFi. Of course, they need the liquidity of the blockchain and payments. Payments, they need an infrastructure which is well known to be integrated among merchants. But excepted those industries, blockchain should only be an infrastructure.
Okay, but you
and
mentioned
NFT project, because you have the community, everything community related, of course, the blockchain matters.
Yeah, but you mentioned shelters, for example. You're right. RWA, real estate tokenization, and so on. It's a use case. It's a real use case, but it's not profitable. So when they decided to choose Multiverse X, it was not to become rich. Let's be clear. So that's why I think when someone decides to choose Multiverse X as an infrastructure, in my opinion, in 2025, and I can see with like 99% of the builders of Multiverse X that are still here, they are not doing so for the profit, for the money.
Not for the profits that comes from the blockchain.
Yeah,
I want to mitigate this. You can have other revenue. You can have Web2 users. You can abstract the things. If your business, you can sell it B2B. You don't want to be rich from the only revenue from the blockchain. Yes, shelters, they can make a lot of money without the blockchain. It's like a traditional real world industry.
Yes, but let's be clear. They decided to choose Multiverse X for the tech, but if they had chosen another infrastructure for the ecosystem, for the grant, for the support, for for everything, I am pretty sure that other blockchain could have been sufficient for what they want to do.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. Shelters on Solana works too.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
So, and maybe in Solana, they would have had more support, more grant. It would have been easier to attract investors and so on. So if
they
decided to choose Multiverse X, it's because of, I don't know, like personal attraction, the technology, maybe they prefer it, maybe for many reasons, I don't know. But what I say is, if in this regard, the documentation is not great, the relation with the leadership is not great, and so on, it can be difficult to build on an ecosystem you chose by heart and not for profit, you know. So what you say, so if there is money, you will find a way to build your stuff. You're right. Because if there is no money, you need to help as much as possible the builders that you still have on the ecosystem, with the documentation, the support, and so on. This is what I mean. But yes, of course, the revenue of a Web3 project doesn't just rely on the blockchain itself. But let's be clear, in 2025, the first revenue, the first capital comes,
and the only one, often, not always, but really often. And this is what makes the Web3 industry so unfair. It's not the best tech that wins, and I would love this, but it's not the case. It's an ecosystem is not appealing because its tech is good. If it's good, it's better. But some ecosystem with bad technology, I'm thinking about EVM, which I really think it's a bad technology. It was a cool thing because they were the first movers. I can only congratulate them to brought these things, to brought programmability to blockchains. But in 2025, this technology is just outdated, and new blockchain emerges with EVM and raises a lot of funds and are appealing ecosystems, while the technology behind it is not good anymore.
So you explained the growth of this bad technology just because of money?
It helps, not necessarily, but it helps. It could be contacts, it could be money, it could be marketing. Marketing is super important. Community, building a community is a real skill. Building and maintaining and gaining trust to people, maintaining this trust, so important. Money helps to do this. Not only money, but the people, of course, the people in the ecosystem do a lot too.
Okay. We can see on your LinkedIn that you worked for Multiverse X.
Yep.
Directly.
As a freelance.
Sorry?
As a freelance, officially with a grant recipient.
Yeah. So you built some key tools like SpaceKit, Novax, X Network. So can you tell us, I think you never mentioned this directly. So can you tell us this journey working directly with the foundation on these tools? You came on the show to explain what it was about. But you explain, a bit, of course, about the tools themselves. What was it? But also the relation with the foundation. Was it a good experience? What did you learn? Tell us what you can tell us about the backstage. So how it is to work with Multiverse X.
I think you will be disappointed because the experience was super good. I have really nothing bad to say. I'm joking.
I ask the question, you do the answer, so I'm not expecting. And you know what? We talked together personally about this journey, and I know it was a great experience. So if I wanted you to say bad things about Multiverse X, I wouldn't have asked the question. So no, don't do that.
I was joking.
No, but tell us really in a sincere and transparent way how it was, because the community doesn't know how it is. So feel free to.
First, I think what's interesting to say is how it started. At first, I was building tools. As I said, I was helping other developers, and I noticed that there were some missing tools at this moment in the ecosystem. And this is when I chose to build them, because I needed them at this time. I know other people needed them, and I was okay. Let's do this. I have the skills to do it. It will help people. So I started. It was it was and still open source, all the tools. And at some points, it was at X Day 2023 in Bucharest. And that's when the Multiverse X Foundation told me, what about working for us to build your tools and just to free up your time? Because I did it in my free time. So I was working like 1 hour every 3 days on the tools. And the goal was to make me able to work every day on them. It took then some months to negotiate about the terms, etc. And yes, 6 months to 8 months later, I started. I quit my job to go full time on almost full time on building those tools. It was a super good experience. I had not only financial support, but I had technical support from the Multiverse Foundation. I had some feedbacks. I could talk with the engineers, the core team. I was really closer than before to the core team, but I wasn't an employee. It was like I was like an outsider, still an outsider, but that just has premium support from the team to build the tools. I had almost no information before being made public. Some of them, but almost no one. Most of the discussions was not that confidential. It was just me asking to engineer when I had some question, when I, for example, for the when I was working on a feature on a tool, I had to know if there was an update plan on the protocol that would break my tools. And I could ask the engineers if it's the case or not, just to anticipate. But otherwise, it was just like me in front of my computer working on my tools and sometimes saying, hey, I built this, I built this.
Okay, so you had I don't know, like a mission to build stuff, but when we listened to you, you were pretty much free.
Yes. Yes. I had a mission. Every 6 months, we said, okay, in the next 6 months, I will build this. And it was almost like, okay, see you in 1 month to mark the milestones, to check, to see how the progress is. And that was almost this. Just we agreed on what will be built. Will be built, and I built them by period of 6 months.
Okay.
I was super free. I wasn't in the daily meetings of the core team. I wasn't in anything of that. Just free building my tools, and you can now see on GitHub every day. It was possible just to see what I did by just following the historic of code commits on GitHub. Yeah.
And why did it stop? I think it was the end, or they.
It was the end, yeah. It was the end, and maybe if the tools are more used in the future, everything is open. But yes, it was the end of the agreement.
So at the moment, the tools that you built are not used, pretty much.
Not really, and this is quite heartbreaking. The Swift framework, which is free working, ready for production, that could help people that don't want to learn Rust to build on an easy language. And I really want to promote it, but alone I don't have that much power to promote a tool, to do the marketing. I don't have the time, nor the money, nor the skills to do this. So yes, I created an X account for the tool, but I don't really know what to post to. So yeah, but the tool is working.
So what you say is the foundation paid you to develop tools, but they did not really market it, so it's used. So it's more used. Let's try to understand because I'm not a developer.
Yeah, sure.
that you build are supposed to make developers' journey easier to develop
Yeah,
the dApps and so on.
yeah, and even more to attract new developers with Space Kits, for example.
Yeah. So if it's a major and critical asset to attract and to retain builders in the ecosystem, but if you don't market it, if you don't use it, or if you
Promote
don't
it, yes.
promote it, the thing is you paid Quentin for month for not nothing but
Almost. Just for the body of the art.
So
And
maybe if we want to be in their shoes, they think it's part of the tech stack now, so it's live. So when adoption will come, it will
maybe
be available. But it's a real question. If you don't promote it, if people don't use it, if nobody upgrades, or I don't know, have some feedback about
yep.
users and so on, maybe in 6 months or in 12 months, what you build will not be updated. Maybe it
No,
will
it will
be
outdated. Yeah, of course it will outdated if it's not updated. It will maybe if the protocol changes a lot, maybe with Supernova, maybe the tools will have to be updated. Yeah. And I don't have the reason why it's not that promoted, to be honest.
maybe it's
There are some promotions, some references in the documentation, but
when
not that much.
when you compare with other blockchain, I don't know if you do sometimes, but do the other blockchain promote the tools, this kind of infrastructure, or maybe it's the community to do that? So do you know how the other blockchain do?
Let's take the example of Sui. For Sui, it's Move, which is maintained by the Sui team, and almost all the tools are from the Sui team. So it's not really similar. On Multiverse X, thanks to WebAssembly, we can build on any language. We can build a lot of tools on this. So it's more easy on Multiverse X to have a ton of community tools than on Sui, which you can, but you need to have like deep knowledge of how the language Move, which is a niche language, how it's built. So I cannot really compare. I don't have, for Solana, I have no idea how it's done.
Yeah, Solana is, in my opinion, the best.
Solana could be a good comparison, but I'm not building on Solana, so at the moment I'm not building, so I cannot compare.
Okay, it's interesting. Okay. Okay. Well, what you build is live. It exists. So if someone wants to know more about it,
sure,
I think
send me
they
a
can
message.
check you out. And you can explain what it is and so on. But yeah, definitely, of course, it's a bit as a developer, it can be a bit discouraging to see the tools that you build are not used at all, and especially even as a community member, it's a pity that funds from the foundation has been used for things that are not either used or promoted or so on. We say, okay, so you spend money, but there is no tracking behind.
Sure.
So this is a problem. But you know what? It wasn't millions of dollars, I think.
No, it wasn't.
So what we can consider is what is built, and maybe once it will be useful. And
if there is more adoption, the tools are still usable. So but there are more developers. It's still possible to promote them now.
Yeah. Okay.
And from the few developers that try the tool, I received really good feedbacks and really interesting also feedbacks. I made some changes thanks to them, thanks to testers, etc. It was really cool to build those tools.
Okay, let's go back to Autoscale. So you lost 2 CEOs. So are you the problem?
I guess, but But one of the former CEO is my roommate, so
No, of course I'm joking. But yeah, Autoscale journey is not an easy one.
no.
The first founder, Robin, who was well known on Multiverse X because
Yep.
he worked with many big projects like Aquaverse. It was Horizon Labs, so
Yep.
one of the biggest engineer agency
Yeah, at
on
this time, yes.
so he decided to build his own project, Autoscale. And
Yep.
after, as I understood a bit, he made like a burnout, or he decided to. Uh,
Just to leave, not really a burnout, just to leave crypto.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like maybe okay. Let's say that. But yeah, he wanted to leave crypto. He was
No,
I don't know,
no,
like.
but not really a burnout. He started on other businesses outside of crypto.
Yeah, but when I
So
read the post that he made on X, smells like he
yeah,
was
yeah,
disappointed about crypto,
yeah,
Web3, and it was a bit disenchanting this
yes,
thing. But
exactly.
okay, but let's not speak for him. You're right, but
Sure.
of course, it was a hard time for Autoscale when he decided to leave, and at this moment we did not know if Autoscale would live,
Yeah,
would be live one day. Even you, I think you didn't know if.
yeah. We didn't know at this time.
So you decided to, and you found a new CEO. Can you
Yep.
explain how was it in this at this time without the CEO, not knowing if Autoscale would be live
Mm.
one day, and how did you find a new CEO?
Yeah. At this time, without CEOs, the project was just in pause. So no development, nothing. We were just like waiting, and the CEO, it's I don't remember how, because it's between Robin and Patrice, the conversations. But it was, I think, Robin asked on some Discord to tell, hey, does someone wants to, I'm the CEO, does someone want to become the new one? And I think Patrice just sent a message to Robin to say, hey, yeah, I'm interested.
Okay,
Multiple people were interested.
okay.
And yeah, finally the discussion were with Patrice.
And so why Patrice was chosen? Do you know?
At this time, we thought it was really cool.
Did
This is
he
the
have
reason.
any Web3 experience
No,
before
but
DeFi? Anything?
Web2, no, yes, this was the point, but it had some Web2 experience.
Okay,
For the
okay.
DeFi, I have the experience, so I thought that I could just teach. And he had also some DeFi experience as a user on
Okay.
Hatim.
And you, as a CTO, you decided to, well, let's say, come back to Autoscale at
Yep,
this moment when you found this CEO. And so for almost 1 year, you worked
yep.
together. You
Less than
released.
1 year, maybe 7, 8 months, something like that.
Okay. So you decided to release the app.
Yeah, I will
It's
release.
not live before.
It's live.
So how was the release? Was it a success? Do you have any metrics? Did you reach any milestones about number of users, the TVL, or
No,
any?
we didn't. We didn't reach any milestone, to be honest. The launch was a success. Everything was working, super smooth, compounding the yield, etc. But I think we launched too late on Multiverse X.
Hmm. You mean the top of the DeFi, the top of the TVL was like 1 year and a half before?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Really too late. Not a bit too late. I think at least 1 year too late. At least. This was with the previous team. I think our biggest mistake was to wait to have the perfect product before launching. And what happened is that we never launched.
And you, Autoscale, always had the support of the core team. Benjamin,
Mhm.
Lucian, Robert, and the whole community likes Autoscale. I
Yeah.
have this feeling on X, especially every post, every milestone, every release, every feature, even every bug, because I think you had some
Yeah.
bug.
We had some
The
issue.
app was suspended, and
Yep.
after it went back. If you want to tell us about it, feel free. But what I can see is the community is really supportive with Autoscale.
Mm.
There are some projects on Multiverse X. Actually, you can do whatever you want, even lose your CEO in a very dramatic way. We'll speak about it. The whole community is very supportive. Why do you think Autoscale is so supported by the community, even if it's not a
Mm.
protocol that much used? So yeah, do you have is it about you?
Yeah,
People like
I don't know. I don't have a clear explanation. But I think the first thing is that we don't have any token, so people are not invested financially into
Mm,
in Autoscale. We
mhm,
only provide a service, a free service. We really have the goal to help people, uh, and we try to be as transparent as possible.
mm,
For the rest, I don't have clear expectation. We just do the thing as we have the feeling we have to do. Just we just do the thing the better we can.
okay, I got it. But do you agree about this, like 100% support from the community and the foundation? Do you feel it? Is it important for you to push to continue to
Oh
build?
yes, a lot, a lot. It's so motivating. Yeah, yeah. With this community, with all the message, with the drama that happens, with all the message I received on the Autoscale accounts privately, on the different groups, on the different discords, it was like crazy.
Mm,
Uh, it's it pushes us to just continue. We
mm.
don't want to let this go.
So let's go back to what happened a few days ago.
Yeah.
You learned on X that your CEO decided to step down. He used the Autoscale official account
Yeah.
to explain that he resigns as a CEO. As the reasons, he mentioned some disagreement with the leadership and the strategy of the team. So,
Mm-hmm.
speaking about you, I think, because you're not so
Yeah,
many
yeah,
people.
yeah. We were 4 people, but it was
Yeah.
talk 5 people exactly. But he was talking about me. Yes.
So you learn this on X at the same time as the community. How did you react? I think it's something that
Yeah.
happens
I,
once in our life. So
oh
how
yeah,
did
yeah.
you react? Did you Did you think it was possible? Did you plan
No,
this in any way, or it was
no.
a total
It was
surprise?
total surprise. For the context, this day I was at this moment I was at the barber, not for the hair because I don't have any hair, but for the beard. And he was late, like multiple hours late, like yes, 2 hours. And I was scrolling on X and I saw a new tweet of Autoscale. I say, okay, it's another tweet to say that APY are good, etc. Okay, but
Hey,
okay,
skaters!
let's check. I see A scalars. Okay, like any other tweets. And I read the first sentence after. I was like, no way, no way. And I was just not saying no word. I was just, and I learned this. It was a total surprise. There wasn't any. There was some misagreement about the strategy, of course, but it's normal between associates. Um, there was no insults, there was no, and for the global strategy, we were totally aligned. It was on some small and medium decisions about the project, but the big ones, being cross-chain, going to Sui, and other chains, we were aligned on this, which strategies to deploy. It was really only on some specific points. The conversation worked. It was not super friendly, but it was a normal, formal conversation between associates, which is normal, to be honest. And I just read this. I don't know what to say more because I learned this as you, and the other associates learned this too at the same time. And we were like, with the other associates, we were like, okay, we have to call because just to speak about this. What happens? What's next in the short term, in the mid-term, and the long term? What to do? Because this is like exceptional to live this situation.
And did you speak with the CEO Patrice? Did you call him? Did he call you? Or
Not to me. I only spoke with Patrice to get the account of everything, or to just
no personal explanation, no apologize.
To get back, he sent a long message on our internal conversations, and the tweet is post. So does it matter really to change something to discuss?
Okay.
I just said it's a shame to just not notice us before. If you want to quit a company, no problem, but just do it, anticipate a bit, to like some weeks before, so we can organize ourselves.
Says a lot. Says a lot about him. More about him than about Autoscale or anything. What was the disagreement he was talking about? I mean, you said it was just small. Can you maybe mention one, just for us to understand what kind of disagreement can create such a
one of recurring points was infrastructure of the DApp, which cost us, like, it's a lot for a young startup. It was $150 per month, which is not that high, to be honest. To a protocol which is on mainnet, it's not that high, thanks to Multiverse X being
when you speak about infrastructure, you speak about OVA.
The servers. Yes, the servers. Yes, totally. And I had planned to switch.
He wanted to choose another one cheaper.
Yes, but I planned to build another infrastructure, but we had to make the test to make a proper migration. It's not like a switch on-off, because if something goes wrong on one infrastructure, it's good to have the old one, the previous one, as a backup, at least 1 month to have both. And this is one point of disagreements. I wanted to just switch immediately. I wanted to not switch immediately, to take the time.
And is he a tech guy?
No.
So why do you care about such tech issues?
He has a decision. He has a final decision.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, you should maybe focus on how and what to tweet.
But I won't comment that. Not publicly.
Just kidding. Another point is at this, when you learn this, of course, I think the most important question is, do we continue or not?
No, the most important question was not this, because at this time the DApp was down, and he had the access to bring it back, the power to bring it back. It was an administrative thing, and the most important question was, okay, how can we urgently make the DApp back without he's doing any action, because he left. So I have maybe this. Can see this? There is a screen. there is this computer. I don't see really it. I transform it into a server. It was a crazy day. It was a crazy day. I literally run sprinting to a shop to find the cables, to find everything. It was a crazy day. To finally, 24 hours later, having reset up everything. So the day after, the evening, I succeeded to make the app back online with my personal equipment, but we will make the switch sound.
It's not sustainable. It's just an emergency situation.
It's an emergency, but it's safe at this point. It's not on my equipment now. In my apartment, I rented a server. I use the server I rented, so it's on provider, so no issue with this. And we will just make a switch to company-owned, Autoscale-owned server soon.
Okay, so are you looking for a new CEO now?
We don't know. We are 3 left, and we don't know. Maybe not. We are much like, can we do this? Just we are 3. Can we do everything without just 3?
Okay. You made a post yesterday.
Yes.
With the Autoscale official account. We can see that you took the former color, not exactly the same blue.
Not exactly, but similar.
It's a blue, and I missed it because the black and white was not very cool in my opinion. So
I decided, okay, let's change this.
Yeah, and in this post, you showed resilience, maturity, and so you got a lot of support from the Multiverse X community. I think this pushes you to continue to develop Autoscale, I think.
We will at least finish what we started to work on. It means the big feature is having a question the app on Multiverse X and on Switch. We will finish this at least. We will launch it. We will do everything we can to just prove to the, not really prove, but to show to the community the 6 months, the 6 past months, what we did. The long-term vision is still the same. And yes, our goal is to just simplify the DeFi.
Let's speak about Sui.
Yeah, sure.
You a few months ago decided to diversify your content on X. You spoke about Multiverse X 100% before. Now it's shared with some content, some articles, something about Sui. Why did you decide to get interested in this blockchain specifically? First, why Sui and not I don't know, like Solana, Ethereum, Base, or I don't know.
Why not Solana or others? It's just because a day is only 24 hours, and I cannot learn everything at the same time. But it's planned. Solana is planned soon. I will start to learn.
Why the Sui first?
I choose Sui because the ecosystem is super appealing.
Why?
Everything technically, the move language is crazy. The tech is really cool. The team, how the developer relation is done. Financially, it's interesting also. It's a super growing ecosystem. A lot of projects, a lot of people, a lot of connections, a lot of... I already know some people in the Sui ecosystem that went from Multiverse X and they went to Sui. So for all of those reasons, I choose Sui first. But it's planned to go to Solana, and I saw the Arc blockchain, which is EVM, unfortunately, but the idea of blockchain backed by Circle is so cool.
So it's an announcement from Circle, the issuer of the USDC, who decided to launch its own blockchain,
Yeah,
of course, dedicated to stable coins. But
that's
actually,
crazy.
yeah, it's interesting. They we'll speak about it next time because yeah, it's great. Okay, so Sui is great. You want to make Autoscale cross chain,
Yep.
so Multiverse X and Sui and maybe other chains before. I don't know. Do you have any contact relation on Sui that make you say they need a yield optimizer like Autoscale? Because launching a DApp is great, but you need to have some contact
Sure,
with the different
sure,
protocols, with the foundation, with the I don't know, all the um, uh, leaders of the ecosystem
sure.
to make sure that when you launch Autoscale on Sui, it will be known, it will be adopted, it
Mm.
will be understood, and so on. So, where are you in this Sui oriented strategy?
We have some contacts, but nothing that can guarantee us to be well known, etc. We are getting in touch with everyone. I have personally some contacts, yes, in the Sui ecosystem, as I said before, but we are not super close to, let's say, the Sui Foundation or anything.
And is there a yield
It's in progress.
optimizer? No, is there a one actor on Sui, or will you be the first one?
No, no, there are others, but we target more the simplicity than something really complex with some crazy yields. What we want, what we learned is that there are people that just want to put their assets somewhere and leave them. And this is why we build Autoscale. We want people just to deposit and just do nothing, but not even seeing, not even opening the app, just putting the assets and let them work. And the other yield optimizer, it's cool because it's automatize the things, but you still have to understand the strategies. You still have to check like every week your investment. But it's automated, and our ultimate goal is to attract people that are just not in crypto at all.
Mm.
This is our goal. So
Good.
we want to have the best yields in terms of DGN. We want to have the best of the best of the best. We will have really good yields with super simple strategies. Simplicity first.
Okay. Last question for you is you decided to leave France for
Yep.
another country. Uh,
Malta.
do you want to tell us about why you decided to leave
Yeah,
France?
sure. You may think it's for tax reason, but I didn't do at the moment. I didn't do anything to pay less tax than in France, so I'm paying the same amount of tax because in Malta it's the same rate. Why I just wanted to leave France, to be honest. Just the country. I see what's happening in the country. The path France is taking. You know, you maybe heard about how the censorship, about how the politics doing we don't know what with our money. Everything is just going wrong in France. Unfortunately, I will love everything in France. I still love the country. I just hate the path he's taking. And for this, I just choose to move. And Malta was the best close country to go, in my opinion, because there is a lot of expatriates. It's English speaking. But as English speaking, it's the only one which has the sun. Because in Britain you have always the rain. I cannot live in a place that doesn't have the sun every year, every time of the year. And there was like it's so easy to meet people socially. It's not for personal reasons. I choose Malta. It's so easy to just meet people. You go to any sports club, you can just speak to everyone. Everyone speaks English perfectly. There is a lot of French people too. so much reasons. The only thing is that the other thing is super well connected to almost all the airports, and since the country is small, very, very, very small, you can go to the airport in 15 minutes, no matter where you live in the country. It's so cool to have a base in Malta. It's so cool.
Okay.
I don't know if I will stay in Malta, but if I quit Malta, it's to go to a country which is really far from Europe, like Asia or America. I don't know yet. But in Europe, it's a good compromise.
Okay. Thank you very much, Quentin.
Thanks for the invitation.
I will ask you a last and very general question about Multiverse X, because of course the audience is mostly from Multiverse X. I wrote a post yesterday. You can find it pinned on my X account. And in this post, I don't know if you had the time to read it, but I just explained, in my opinion, that Supernova is a big tech leap for Multiverse X, but far from the whole answer. The issues, the limit, and the problem of Multiverse X. So my last question, and I will ask it to every guest I will receive in the show for the coming weeks. Do you think Supernova will be a real game changer for Multiverse X?
No, it won't. Of course it won't. It's a piece of art in terms of tech, but the market just won't care about that. What may be a game changer or the decentralized application built on top of Supernova, but Supernova itself, who cares? Who cares? Except we love the tech of Multiverse X. Of course, Supernova crazy. I'm so hyped for Supernova, but let's step back. The market, there are other blockchains that are fast, and people just can use the apps in one click on Sui, on Solana, one click in instant. Multiverse X will align of this. What's really strong, what's really cool, what Multiverse X did, is that they did it in a sharded infrastructure. And what will change the things is not the infrastructure itself. It's the application below this. It's like saying, AWS changed this on their server, the world changes. No, the app may take some advantages, and those decentralized applications will make the difference. So no, itself, Supernova won't change anything. But it's a super cool feature. It's a super cool thing. Okay. Yeah, I've been waiting for this like more than 1 year, and I will be so happy when it will arrive.
So necessary, but not sufficient. I think we agree on this.
Exactly.
Thank you very much, Quentin. As I was unfortunately thinking, Arnaud can't come this morning, actually for personal reasons. So he will come next Wednesday to explain what is this new USH redemption mechanism. So the show will stop now. Thank you everyone for watching us live and in replay, of course, because many of you are watching the shows in replay on YouTube, on X, and on the podcast platforms. Thank you very much, Quentin. All the best for you.
Thanks for the invitation. Thank you so much. Really appreciate
it. Take care of yourself. And guys, see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.